Yell out of Northeast Ohio with their haunted house and the terrifying dark experience. Oh, they're probably trying to keep it PG. Scaring the yell out of you. I got you. I got another chance for you to win. WMMS.com. Hit the contest tab there if you strike out with me. But tickets here for you. Bloodview Haunted House in Broadview Heights. For caller 13, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. So did the Cavaliers beat Argentina?
They did, handily.
Wow, handily.
Yeah, that's our one true hope this season.
Cavaliers.
It's not the Browns, it's the Cavs.
I saw they're interested in LaMelo Ball.
As long as the Cavs continue to play
as well as they did against Argentina?
Well, the teams that aren't in the NBA.
I see.
That would make it way easier.
Foreign teams?
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody said they're interested in talking to LaMelo Ball. I don't know anything of that kid's athletic prowess. I only know that his dad tried to make him like a thing before anybody really knew if the kid could play. Is that what it was?
Well, he was still in high school,
and
his dad pulled him out of school and took him to like Lithuania to be on a team, and it's been a whole mess for that kid.
To play on the kind of team that would be beaten handily by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Correct, and still not get a lot of playing time over there either.
Sure. You mean over at the Romo Fijo or over in Lithuania?
In Lithuania.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't played at the Romo Fijo yet.
Here's why I think there might be hope for my Romo Fijo really taking off citywide, is because among the teams that play there has been no consensus on what it's called. Because I've heard from a lot of people inside the building, and the people with the Monsters organization call it the Field House. Mm-hmm. But I saw Austin Carr tweet that they're calling it the Rock. So Romo Fijo is something we can all get behind. And thank you to everyone who has gotten that out there on social media. I see people Instagramming photos.
On Instagram. I follow the hashtag on Instagram, and I like every single photo.
That's right.
That shows up. Hashtag
I do too.
Romo Fijo.
Romo Fijo.
Romo Fijo.
Right. If you prefer Octothorpe Romo Fijo, that's fine too.
That's good too.
But they can't even decide over there. Listen, I'm telling you. Calling it The Rock is going to screw you up on social media because people are going to go looking for Dwayne Johnson tweet. I'm telling you, and they're going to find, they're like, what the hell is, I don't want to see an arena in Cleveland. I want to see what's going on with Jumanji 15.
Why are they showing me locker room butt? I wanted to look at the Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't think anyone's going to complain about a little locker room butt, but still, I take your point. And, you know, if somebody else would play, call it the Field House, let's get on the same page. Romo Fijo.
Romo Fijo.
It's simple. It's fun.
It's catchy.
To say. It's catchy.
You wouldn't
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Just another quick reminder, too. The live stream is up and running. It's just exclusively at AlanCoxShow.com now.
Yes. AlanCoxShow.com.
VIP.
For all of your entertainment needs. So watch the live stream there. If you're so inclined. Anyway, Cavaliers, yeah, and the Browns played last. Well, the Browns, quote-unquote, played last night. If you had Baker Mayfield on your fantasy team, he delivered negative points to you, is what I saw.
Some negative, some zero.
Yeah, there you go.
Like in our fantasy team, Keith Hotchkiss, in our league, he's the big boss here.
He's the big boss, the market president.
He needed 2 points.
Yeah.
2 points to win.
Seemed like a shoo-in.
Yeah. It's like, of course, he's going to get 2 points.
Of course he is.
And then
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
What do you win if you get, like, if say he were to get the 2 points?
What's the buy-in?
I don't know how that works.
$100.
Okay.
So at the end of the season, there's like I think there's 10 or 12 teams.
There you go.
So I think the winner of the overall league gets like $800.
That's good money.
Yeah.
I've got $1,000 for you in about 5 minutes, by the way.
What?
We're doing Go Fund Yourself, and 30 minutes passed every hour on this show, and then a whole bunch of times during the rest of the day, you can win $1,000. I love when we start this up because this is the very beginning of it. Started yesterday, and so we have weeks of this. It's when you get towards the very end where people start sweating that maybe they haven't taken any of our money yet. But this is the very beginning. So you've got umpteen chances to win.
We're cheering for you.
Cavs do well. Browns do not do well at all. Do you want the Week 5 picks?
Yeah,
I was going over.
let's go through all those.
Going over Terry the Goat. Lives in the barn there in Carlton, PA, right? Lives in the barn. Al is our bureau chief in Carlton, PA. And every week he has sent us video on Thursday of Terry doing her picks. Gives us 9 or 10 games every week. This week we got 10 games. Terry this week did better than last. She had been on a downward slide. But Week 5 she went 6-4. She did all right. She did pick the 49ers over the Browns. She picked the Panthers over the Jaguars. That was correct. She incorrectly picked the Falcons over the Texans. That was 53-32. I love football games where they start scoring more than 50 points. She picked the Patriots over the Redskins. That's a no-brainer. Picked the Bears over the Raiders.
Didn't work out.
Did not work out.
That was a good game,
I hate
though.
that. It was close, 24-21. She picked the Packers over the Cowboys. She was correct
worked,
there.
yeah.
Incorrectly picked the Jets over the Eagles. Very incorrectly. 31-6, the Eagles. Incorrectly picked Tampa over New Orleans. Correctly picked the Ravens over the Steelers.
Ooh, that game was brutal.
Yes, it was.
First of all, I mean, just like a heartbreaking loss for Steelers fans, which are my favorite kind. But also that hit on Mason Rudolph was tragic.
Heavy
man.
duty.
He got knocked out so hard. Illegal hit. I hope they, do what's right by him. But man, that was hard to watch because he went crash test dummy as soon as he got hit. Just mannequin arms immediately.
Yeah. And then correctly picked the Colts over the Kansas City Chiefs, which I thought was an odd pick. But she picked it, and it worked out. So Week 5, she went 6-4.
Not
Did
bad.
pretty well. The Bengals game not on here, but the Bengals remain winless. They're 0-5. So if you're a Cincinnati fan, oh, darn. But whatever. So maybe things are coming back.
You know what's easier being 0-5 if you're a Bengals fan because you didn't expect a lot from this season. Being 2-3 as a Browns fan and having some real brutal losses has been real tough on our psyche.
Sure, there you go.
Because the hopes were too high, Alan.
I understand.
We flew too close to the sun.
On wings of wax.
Mm-hmm.
Wings of pastrami. Hey, speaking of Octothorpe, by the way, a shout out to Mike Cousins, who works for ESPN, and he calls a lot of college games. And he was calling the San Diego State-Colorado State football game on Saturday for ESPN. And he tweeted me and said, hey, I learned Octothorpe from you, and I worked it into me calling the game.
Oh, nice.
On Saturday.
Or get the committee's attention by using hashtag LiveMoss Student Section Contest. You know what I learned is a fun word that you can exchange for hashtag? What was that? Octothorpe. Octothorpe. Yep. That's why I'll leave that stuff to you. If you learn only one new thing today, late in the day, there it is.
There you go. If you learn one new thing from my cousins, Octothorpe,
Mike's
in
a good
place
guy.
of hashtag.
He's shown up at a couple of our events. I like Mike.
Yeah, he says he's a big fan.
Big fan, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, pal. San Diego State won, however. If you have money on the Aztecs, that was a 24-10 game. So, Octothorpe.
Most people were betting on that game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Listen,
that
you're
was a big, everyone's like, take that line.
Bill, you know me. I'm an Aztecs man from way back, all right? SD State? Come on.
Sign document state.
Of course. Sign this document after a big old win back at the hotel.
Oh, speaking of signing documents, I watched I made my whole house watch Nikki Glazer's stand-up special.
And what does that have to do with signing documents?
Her
Other than the
special's
entire thing.
I was gonna say, it's talking about banging. Like,
Is her whole show about S&Ds?
Not. It's
all
all
sex.
about sex.
Okay.
It's all sex. Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
pretty,
Yeah.
There's a lot on that subject.
So for people who complain that Amy Schumer's stand-up is too much about sex, Nikki said, hold my beer.
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm hot, too. So Amy Schumer's not hot.
But wasn't she, I felt like for a while, Nikki was kind of like Kim Kardashian to Amy's Paris Hilton back in the day. Wasn't she like her little Robin to her Batman for a minute?
For a minute. I don't know if they were. I mean, they did a lot of things together. I mean, I think they're just of the same class, though.
Okay.
So they worked on a lot of similar projects.
Okay.
And came up around the same time. And then Amy blew up, and then she got really popular, and then
Yeah.
and then Nikki is on that climb too.
Okay. Hopefully only one of those climbs
Right.
for her. You liked it, though, Poundcake?
I did. I enjoyed it
liked,
very much. It was funny. It's perverted stuff like that is like up my alley, so it's cool.
But was it funny?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I know she's very funny, but if you do an hour on any topic, Gaffigan does food for 90 minutes and
Yeah.
somehow makes it work. But
Yeah,
even he's not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I laughed at it, and I'm like, okay, it's not just because she's a friend to the show. My roommates were laughing at it too, and they never heard of her. So I was like, okay, so it is funny. They can relate, especially get a room full of gays, a gaggle of gays together to watch stuff about signing documents. We're gonna laugh. So
How many what's the minimum number to have a gaggle of gays?
4 or more.
4 or more.
Otherwise, it's a throuple.
Oh, okay.
So many rules.
I know.
It
4
is.
is the minimum. Okay.
Yeah, just like how many do you have to have an orgy? A foursome is a thing. 4 or 5 or more, that's an orgy.
A gaggle of gays, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think they'd want to be named after anything that had the word gag in it, though. You'd think they would pick like a pride of gays. Like a pride of lions.
Yeah,
That
there you
seems
go.
to make more sense
They're okay
than a
with
gaggle of gays. Well, can you switch that to a pride of gays?
No, because I associate it with like
Pride of Prouds.
Whatever you like.
I just associate it with like penguins, like how they come through and they waddle in.
You saying that gays also waddle?
After a long night
On a Sunday morning they do.
Absolutely, a gaggle of gays. Absolutely.
Okay.
You see, there's that cartoon on Netflix, Big Mouth. There's some pushback about a character that's on there that's played by Ali Wong, who is pansexual,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
So people are like, I don't like their explanation for the whole thing. It's like, well, then tell us how to explain it.
Yeah, you're wading into weird waters when you try to do anything.
Very difficult to understand.
I don't care about stuff like that. I know I'm a bad gay. Like people get pissed off at me all the time, but I don't care. Like the whole thing with Alan sitting with George Bush at whatever game it was.
Why would you care about that?
People cared because they were like,
Well, people on Twitter cared.
Yeah.
No, the gays
in
cared.
real life, people. I don't. Did you meet a gay person who cared?
Out magazine printed like a thing on it, and I was like, "Are you?"
Because Out Magazine needs people to go click on their website.
I don't even think Out magazine is over here. Like it's not even in the United States. I think that's a British magazine. I think.
I don't know.
But yeah, they were talking about how dangerous it is for Ellen to be sitting next to George W. Bush. I'm like, are you kidding me? He hasn't been
I like her
president for a
response.
decade.
I don't know that it's. I'll play her response. She talked about it in her monologue. I don't know that it's dangerous. I would merely point out, because she's kind of like, people should be able to get along even if they disagree. And I'm like, I do agree with that, but by the same token, like, don't forget, Bush was very hard for gay people. He put 2 guys on the Supreme Court.
Exactly how you want to phrase that?
That is precisely. Listen, we all know Ellen loves Bush, all right? But, he put 2 guys on the Supreme Court who really wanted to make life difficult for LGBTQ people. So he put John Roberts, who's the Chief Justice, on the court, and he put Samuel Alito on. And Alito was the guy who wrote the decision on that Hobby Lobby case. Like, hey, if your religious beliefs conflict, you work for a company, you don't have to serve someone because your religion doesn't let you.
And that's what people were upset about, and I understand that.
I know where she's coming from, but
Right.
don't forget.
There's real impact.
The real impact.
Nobody's
for
forgetting.
people like her.
He's not a guy that likes to eat at Chick-fil-A and that's it. He's a guy that has put things in place that has made life more difficult for gay people.
I'm not saying she's best friends with them. Like she's not, but she was sitting down at a game and she may have laughed at a joke.
Right,
Like, doesn't mean you
but
like
he
somebody.
also is. He seems very hilarious.
But the point is, I'm just saying that being rich and gay is different than being gay and trying to get a job at Hobby Lobby. Very different. I'm all over the place here, but let me give you this money. $1,000, chance for you to go fund yourself. Good luck.
Did he say pan?
Pan. P-A-N. Pan.
Like
Oh, the M
pansexual.
is silent. P-A-N-M.
What's Pan?
It's Step Brothers.
Oh, God. Thought it was a Hunger Games joke or something. Here is Ellen talking about sitting next to Bush at the Cowboys game.
But during the game, they showed a shot of George and me laughing together, and so people were upset. They thought, why is a gay Hollywood liberal sitting next to a conservative Republican president? Didn't even notice I'm holding the brand new iPhone 11. And, but a lot of people were mad, and they did what people do when they're mad. They tweet, and but here's one tweet that I loved. This person says, Ellen and George Bush together makes me have faith in America again. And
anyway, so she felt compelled enough to go on her show and go, hey, because if it had been a couple of people, you're not going to talk about it. If it's a lot of
there's
people.
a lot and a lot of think pieces.
My question is, so no gay person could ever make an impact on George Bush ever.
Here's what I'm saying.
Just don't talk to him ever again.
No. All I'm saying is I completely understand her point, but there is another point to be made. And so it's not a matter of somebody being right and the other person being wrong. To me, it's a matter of both sides of that argument being right.
But the internet does
where
what
George
it does.
Bush did a lot of stuff that made life difficult for a lot of people.
I get it, but like...
Now, people are different post-presidency. The current guy won't be. But, the people who actually care about doing the job, the rigors of that job, obviously are very different for you.
What?
When you're doing the job and you're not a regular citizen. But what you do during your time there impacts a lot of people.
I get it, but people are talking about canceling Ellen. I'm like, bro.
No, okay, but who cares about that? That is a predictable reaction.
It was so stupid. What they go to?
I guarantee there isn't one tweet you read that made you go, wow, I didn't expect that. That the way that's going to go. I'm kind of surprised she mentioned it on the
I'm
show.
not surprised. Because people always do this to her. Like, every single time they see her out with somebody, like the whole Kevin Hart thing. Like, she invited him to
right, but also think about how quickly those things go away.
Mm-hmm.
They just go away. That's why I was surprised I guess it was a big story over the weekend, and whatever. She had an opportunity to make some good jokes in there, which is what she's intent on doing anyway.
It was stupid.
It was kind of silly. Hey, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Rick, have you ever been seated next to George W. Bush at a Cowboys football game and then felt compelled to address the nation about it?
No. I say no. I say no.
Oh, do you want to say no again?
Yeah, no.
We can make it a gaggle of no's.
Yeah, no, I've never sat near George Bush.
Rick, did you know that a group of penguins is called a waddle? A waddle of penguins.
Yeah.
Or a colony, if you like, but I think a waddle is cute.
Yeah, penguins actually do waddle.
Well, they do waddle, but like a group of penguins is also called a waddle of penguins. Like a murder of crows or a pride of lions or a gaggle of gays.
Yeah.
It's a waddle of penguins.
Gay part, I don't know about that, but I know deers, they hang in groups and, protecting the young. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
How you doing, Mr. Allen?
I'm better every day.
All right, man. You sound all right, better. That was lovely. Yeah. Now, don't play me. Is Miss Mary there at this time?
I'm sorry?
Mary
is
Mary.
Mary.
Miss Mary there today?
Mary is on the road. She will be back tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, Bill.
What's up, Rick?
Yeah. How did you like that Cavs game?
I enjoyed it. I think Darius Garland and Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. is a steal. He's going to be very good.
Yeah. You know what, Bill? I be telling you now, don't get excited, everybody. It's preseason.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I'm still not expecting them to win a lot of games. I think they have a lot of development to do. But I think as a Cavs fan and a basketball fan, there's a lot to look forward to with these young players.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. I think we're going to be, a middle of the lottery team. But I think in the next few years there could be some great leaps made with some of the guys that we have.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, I be trying to tell people, preseason for the coaches to see who they gonna have the starters, and other teams, whether it's football, basketball, they're not playing as hard as they can because they don't want to get injured in preseason. You know what I'm saying, Bill?
Yep. Of course I do.
Of course. Come on, Rick. Of course we know. We know.
I got. Man, I love this show.
All right, I gotta go. Thank you, Rick. All right, Rick talking about the whatchamacallit. Thank you, buddy. It's phone system is still jamming me up over here. Alan, I'm a 49ers fan in Cleveland. Tell Bill and his brownie friends to suck it and suck it double. Worst fans in the NFL. Enjoy the reality check, this person says.
How are we the worst fans in the NFL?
Good. Apparently, you've never been to a Raiders game, sir,
Yeah.
or an Eagles game.
We were the most excited fans in the NFL. I don't think we can be the worst. We're fans that stuck by a team that has been trash for 20 years. I think that makes us pretty good goddamn fans.
There you go.
You 49ers. Go lose another Super Bowl.
Oh, ouch.
Listen,
they've got, I'll always carry a torch for Robbie Gould, and he's with the 49ers, so I have to recuse myself from any commentary on the San Francisco 49ers. Please come back to the Bears, Robbie. All right, I've got a break. I will have King Diamond tickets for you. I could not be more excited for this show. It's coming up November the 15th at the Agora. I will be there, and you can be too. King Diamond with Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats and Idle Hands. What a lineup. Want to go to that show? Closer to 320 for those tickets. 35192, you want to text, or you can watch the show at alancoxshow.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Is It Weird? I'm Bill Squire. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And